It's been a very modest entry to the weekend so far, and we'll see if things heat up as the day goes on. It's about 7:17 a.m. Central Standard Time right now, but XRP is doing a very good job of sticking around its breakout point, and it has a real opportunity to begin its next leg in the very short term. There's something important I need to show you guys indicating this, but what we also do need to talk about is this $300 million over the course of April, which is a great sign for this long-term conviction for XRP. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I'm going to stay zoomed out like I've done in a couple other videos today, and you guys will see why as the video goes on here. But we can see XRP is very much hanging around this 20-day moving average. And what's very interesting is it has almost breached it for 7 straight days. We'll see if today ends up being the case again, but once it does start confirming bigger breakouts above here, and frankly, once it breaks its 100-day moving average, that's going to be a very good sign for XRP. Now, this isn't to guarantee your financial advice or anything like that. What we're still doing is, like we talked about, we're forming that inverse head and shoulders. We have an opportunity for a breakout to the upside, but it goes even beyond that. And just to give you guys some context to where the weekend might be headed, in terms of BTC, we have it fighting its breakout as well. We're fighting breakouts across the crypto space, and it's a question of, do we have enough to start creating some of these more volatile movements to the upside? In terms of XRP itself, we're getting very compressed in terms of this leverage. We've talked about these times before, and the market tends to get wild if volume does climb. Understand that this weekend has been low volume so far. Yesterday, Friday, $44 billion in daily trading volume. If you're not familiar why, yesterday was Good Friday, no stock market, no institutional money. So that's why the market was pretty quiet overall. We didn't make huge moves one way or the other. And it's a question of, if we start getting into some of these liquidations, does XRP price get, slingshot up to like $2.20? Do we potentially see a drop to the downside? Because yes, there's hundreds of millions of dollars worth of XRP liquidations to the downside as well. These both sides of this are in play right now. Understand that. Okay. Now, that being said, we've been getting a lot of good news as of late. And that tends to be the theme that things are shifting towards, is there's a lot more optimism in the market. What I will say right now is, in terms of XRP, we have actually been seeing a lot of short interests, a lot of people in the market trying to push price down. But frankly, I don't know if that's going to work. And the reason why is we are two things. First of all, we are seeing a lot of conviction in terms of XRP holders. In fact, just in the month of April alone, we have seen $300 million worth of XRP outflows from exchanges. That is a very bullish sign. For those that aren't familiar, if people are removing XRP off of exchanges, it's typically to put either in cold storage or hot wall. It's basically to remove it from places where the highest liquidity is and the highest trading is, to put it in a place where they can hold it for the longer term. That isn't always the case, but we have seen this take place many times before. And again, we've talked about the potential for a big short squeeze, a big supply shock. Those are all 100% in play right now. And it's looking like the market may start getting very lively very shortly. And if you guys have caught several of my other videos today across other assets, what we are playing into across the crypto market in almost every single asset right now is this Wyckoff accumulation model. All right. We did our spring phase. It looks like right now we're in the test right before we start to blow through phase D and hit some higher levels and start to work our way towards breakouts across the crypto space. Now, this isn't to guarantee your financial advice or anything like that, and these don't always play out perfect, but right now it is perfect. It's almost too perfect how on trend everything is. And it really feels like what we're seeing right now is the exact textbook shift we've seen many times before, where there's a lot of people that are too bearish and are talking about things getting worse because of the economy, because of trade war and all these different things. And then they're going to get left on the sidelines when the market starts to rip, because what's happened is institutional players have been accumulating, whales have been accumulating, people that have a long-term mindset have been accumulating. All these entities are picking up their positions and they're prepped and ready to go, while these people who dumped and are waiting for lower prices are going to get stuck on the sidelines, or they're going to get stuck chasing the higher prices. This is the exact thing that we've needed to make this next leg in the crypto market. And now again, in terms of USDT dominance, we're sitting at this point where this is getting ready to frankly drop off a cliff. All right. Again, take a look right here. Oh, if I can never draw on this. If we take a look right here, we got that head and shoulders playing out. That may be where we're headed to next. We don't know for sure. We'll have to be patient, watch and wait and see what happens. There are discussions, and maybe this comes out by the time that this video hits, of the US and China having good discussions. I mean, this whole thing, this whole crap that's pushed the market down for months and months and months may be wrapped up a lot sooner than what people realize. And that is when the market is going to be able to open up. People talking about needing quantitative easing, and that's when the market's going to go on a run. I don't think that's the case. It could be an accelerant. You know, right now, again, we're seeing global liquidity on the rise. There tends to be a lag before it starts affecting the charts. And we're kind of hitting that inflection point where the market starts to move the opposite direction. Well, just have to watch and wait and see how things play out. But everything is happening to perfection right now. People they do have a long-term mindset. The people that are dumping their bags and are stuck on the sidelines, all I have to say is good luck. I hope you get what you were wanting, but don't be surprised if you miss out. But have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.